welcome to MotoGP qualifying at Silverstone, and I'm not completely sure whether people can hear me.
We can.
Because I can't hear Joshua at the moment for some reason.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, now I can.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can still see and hear you.
Keeps going in and out, you see. So, is there any more word about Aleix Espargaro is going to race in qualifying? Have we heard anything?
Well, we've just heard a little something as well. The fact is that the team have prepared the second bike, and this is just in, actually, for those of you just joining us for qualifying, as we've been literally sort of in between. We just finished FP4, now we're in qualifying. Megan's run to the presentation area, as you can see. Well, the good news is that Aleix Espargaro gets 15 minutes to rest ahead of Q2, but jumping straight from the jumping straight from the medical centre into qualifying after a 115-mile-an-hour crash means it's hard to imagine that's going to be a full-on attacking form. So at the moment, he's got a badly bruised heel, but it looks like they're going in, Megs, and he's actually going to go for it.
I wouldn't have let him.
No, I wouldn't either. You can actually see the TV picture, same as me, Megs. You can see that there's the Aprilia garage. Looking a bit worried.
Walking back to him.
Just in the back, yeah. Do you reckon he'll even qualify in the top? Well, he's going to be in the top 12. Can he even get top 5? I don't think he will. I think he'll qualify last.
Not with that leg or heel, to be specific.
Yeah, that was a big high side as well. So it just jumped on him, didn't it? It was like a massive just sort of flip and then hit the wheel as well.
It looked like he was jumping out of an aeroplane, and the fact that he hit that ground at full impact. No airbag to help soften the landing, no. It literally looked like he was from the Black Widow movie that was released a year ago.
Yeah, just full on down.
Or was it this year? I'm not sure. A year ago.
2020, wasn't it? Just during... Was it before the pandemic? Or maybe even 2019?
I could have sworn that it was...
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was last year, though I'm not sure.
Well, Mex, you've got 28 seconds before the start of the next one, and then you've got to take your phone back out there to do this for the gap between Q1 and Q2. So you've only got 15 seconds to film now. It's time for you to send it over to me up here in the box.
Right, I'm sending it over to Joshua in the box.
What? Not even? Is that it? Is that your outro? You've got 9 seconds left.
Well, I've got nothing else to say. Just I hope that Aleix does well.
How about here comes Q1?
Here comes Q1. Over to Josh.
Thank you, Megan. Green light is on at the end of the pit lane, and we are underway for this first part of qualifying, 15 minutes. And this Q1 format, to explain to you as well, we take the combined times from free practices 1, 2, and 3. The top 10 from the combined practice times automatically go through to qualifying number 2. Those other riders have to go through qualifying 1. So that... Let's go down to the pit road.
The continuing chats go on in the Aprilia garage, and the clock has begun. So let's get over.
Okay. We were just double checking in case there's anything there. There's still chats going on down there in the garage. Marco Bezzecchi goes through this session, as well as Nea Bashini, Franco Morbidelli, Miguel Oliveira, Alex Marquez, Paul Espargaro, Andrea Dovizioso, Fabio Di Gianantonio, Brad Binder, Takiki Nakagami, Remy Gardner, Stefan Bradl, Ralph Fernandez and Darren Binder are the runners and riders in this session. Aprilia continuing on their discussions about what's going to happen next. Are they qualifying or are they not? They're getting the second bike ready as well after that high side, but this is not good for the man in the championship who's 21 points back. So your predictions for the riders to go into Q2? I'll wait for Megan to get back to the commentary box to discuss that. I don't actually know where she's gone at the moment as well, as she's hosting outside and supposed to be walking into the commentary box, but she's actually disappeared at the moment. And I need a drink, so that's not great. My prediction then to get into qualifying number 2, looking at the board, I will say Nakagami seems to be almost a certain, and I will then say Miguel Oliveira as well. There's Andrea Dovizioso, born 23rd of March 1986, the 36-year-old from Fall in Italy, retiring after the San Marino Grand Prix. Next month will be his last ever race. Bridle around the outside of Dovi now, 04 and 06, going side by side together. I don't know where Megan is, actually. She's completely disappeared from the comms box area. As there's Brad Binder, the 26-year-old, born 11th of August 1995, about to become 27 actually, in a few days' time as well. Of course, Saturday the 7th is Saturday the 6th. Tomorrow's Saturday the 7th. As they come through, Megan's just been having a fun thing there as well in the comms box to come through. As we're just having another look, Morbidelli setting his first sector times coming through. Then here for Q1, 23 point. Well, I would like to tell you, but it's disappeared off the board. 23.304 is Morbidelli's first shot. Oh, speak of the devil, here she comes now. Thank you, Megan. Don't know why you just leave it over there, considering the fact that you should not pass. Thank you, Megan. Well, you've got to go back out there for the gap between qualifyings anyway.
What?
Well, that's in 12 minutes' time, so you've got to go back out there and go back in and back out there, and then you can close out the show.
No.
Or are you going to stay in here and host it then?
Yes.
All right, fine. You can go out there for the ending, though, to wrap up.
No.
Put your headset on. We've got work to do. Put your headset on. That's not your headset. That's your headset. I know, the commentary box is in a mess right now. Welcome back. So
I don't want to go in and outside.
Who's your prediction then to go through as they're all training down the hangar straight? Who's your prediction to go into this second phase of qualifying? Because, you know, qualifying 1, it's the bottom 11 riders. And then qualifying 2, you get only 2 promotional spots here.
Oh,
so
jeez.
who's your 2 promotions to go through? I've said Oliveira and Nakagami. I think are my 2. What about you?
I was going to say Oliveira and
It's quite hard. isn't it?
Bastianini.
Okay, that's a fair point. Yeah, that's a good shot for qualifying as they come back through. So there are our Q2 predictions. We'll get on to our pole predictions later. Here comes Franco Morbidelli though to the line. Now he's on that M1 Yamaha. Is he quicker? Well, it's a 1:59.415. We've seen a 1:57 so far this weekend as well. So he's not having the best of times out there. And that Yamaha shaking through turn 1 and 2. Do you see it? It was wobbling to the sides. Now we've got a massive traffic jam.
Proportion.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? We've got a massive.
Again.
Yep, that's on the KTM then as well of Binder. Brad Binder, that is. No sign yet of what's happening. I hereby propose that in order to fully support the Brexit split, the British Grand Prix is from now on described solely as 587 furlongs.
Mine's up too much.
Really? Because we can't hear that much.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it's too too much.
Yours is level on mine.
Strange. So I like that joke.
Yeah. Here comes, that's from Simon Patterson on Twitter. So the end of the first one then, the top 2 go... Oh, and Binder's not happy, Max. He's gone straight on at Cop's corner. He looked down, didn't he? He was like, what's going on there?
It's like, what happened there?
First times on the board then in the opening 6 minutes, and it's Marco Bezzecchi and Franco Morbidelli, the 2 going through to the next part of qualifying. Binder is 3rd, that means he's 13th. Gardner, Di Gianantonio, Bradle, Nakagami, Binder, Bastianini, Marquez, Dovizioso, Fernandez, Oliveira and Paul Espargaro dead last in the field on that Repsol Honda as Alex Marquez looks on the inside of Marco Bezzecchi and that spoils Bezzecchi's lap, and in fairness it now spoils Alex Marquez's lap. They're tripping over each other out there, Megan, as Morbidelli is up by nearly 0.2 of a second and Bastianini is up nearly 0.2 of a second as well.
Ooh, that could be good.
Oh, Alex is down! Alex is down! And do you see the way he was gestating there? I wonder if he's been forced off there. I honestly wonder if Bezzecchi's forced him off.
Probably.
That's down at Stowe.
Do you know, I nearly picked Alex. I'm glad I didn't.
There's a yellow at Stowe and there's a yellow at Club.
What
now,
happened?
The part of the track where Alex got off his Club, Morbidelli goes top, 1:59.390. Bezzecchi... He's second still. Bastianini's on a good time. So is Oliveira.
Moving.
Yeah, so what's happened there then? What's happened to Alex Marquez?
Maybe debris?
There he is on a turn 15. And they're highlighting, yeah, I think he's been kicked off the bike, you know. We'll double check. But now, anybody who's gone through that sector where there's a yellow flag, you're going to have your lap time deleted because you've gone faster through that part of the track. So they're going to have to really be careful here that they were behind Alex.
Have you seen the difference between Bezzecchi and Morbidelli?
0.02 of a second is the only difference at the moment as they come through. 1:59.390, 1:59.392 for the 2. And Bezzecchi on that Grenesci with the new fairings on the back of the bike goes top. 1:58.804. Oliveira takes that second spot as we go back to green. Megs.
Look at my 2 top.
159.8, 159.
They're people.
And Bashini and Miguel Oliveira, the two we were talking about. Well, one for you, one for me.
I chose both of those.
All right, Megan, your pick's looking very good. That's going to be a long way back to the pit lane. And here's what happened with Alex Marquez. So there's Bezzecchi, there's Alex. Oh, and Alex just dropped on his own. So Alex was ahead and dropped it. So
Is he angry at life then?
well,
Why are you blaming people?
he threw gravel at Bastianini. Bezzecchi. That was Alex's fault. Alex dropped it on his own. What, did he think he got touched or something? That was
Must have.
Alex Marquez is going to watch that back and realise that he was angry at nobody for that one. He was angry at Marco Bezzecchi for no reason.
And then he just ran away.
Rusty Megan as well. You hear that? Just getting that bike up. Rusty Megan as well. He's the marshal out here this weekend, watching on as well. As Nakagami trails in with an Bashini.
I think maybe Alex can play that off of being like, I was just angry at life.
Yeah. He threw that gravel there. He's going to get done for that. You're not allowed to throw gravel.
Oh, I think he's getting taught.
Marco Bezzecchi's in the pits.
Bezzecchi.
SHT says, I go bold with Bastianini along with Oliveira. I don't really trust Nakagami that much with the numbers of crashes he's had.
Yeah,
but
do I.
Nakagami does have a habit of breaking in the last second into qualifying too.
He also
has
has
got that,
the habit of breaking bikes.
That is true, yeah. Should come through. As Bastianini, that's Bastianini again looking on the inside. Nakagami talking about the two of them coming through. That's my chair. It's nice to bring live coverage of MotoGP qualifying because honestly, MotoGP qualifying is really exciting. It's nice to bring live coverage of it. We are looking next year at doing the qualifyings live for series. It just makes more sense, doesn't it?
Well, it's only just been 6 minutes and we've already had someone out and throw gravel.
Yes, it is true. Yeah, as they come back through. So. Nice to bring you coverage. Oh, hello, Aprilia getting the thumbs up from people and on the phone. That's good news then, mates, because he's up soon. In about 15 minutes, he's going to be up on the deck, trying to go again. That's Massimilio Rivoli as well, the Aprilia Racing CEO, and they're all on their mobiles, mates, trying to find out the latest news.
It's like, do you think Aleix will be able to do it? Aleix, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to crash out.
Crash for Alex Marquez with 9 minutes left in Q1. May enter the Honda's hopes going through to Q2. Considering how much they struggled at Silverstone, might not have been exactly his fault, though, based on his initial reaction. And Simon Pattons was saying, yeah, scratch that. There might have been beef between them early in the session, but Marco Bezzecchi had no part in Marquez's crash. And that is true. There was zero part between them at the moment. As we see on the timing screens, the gap's coming through, mate.
Bastianini's having a little break.
Stefan Bradl.
Oh, there he is too.
Taking a look. You can see, Bezzecchi and Bastianini all having breaks. Bastianini's in the pit lane. There's Pole, just behind on the 44. Looking okay.
Just everyone. Oh, who's that?
Alex.
Wanting to head out. Oh, Alex decided, you know what, I'm going to go for another round. And I think he feels embarrassed.
I think he does. I think he would have been told. No. There was no fight there. There was no difference there. You did that yourself, my friend.
You just let go.
Oh, they've shut. Oh, yeah, this is another one. This is early on in the session. So Bezzecchi's ahead. Here comes Alex Marquez. Alex Marquez is going to send it right up the inside of Marco Bezzecchi. Bezzecchi turns in and he's really angry with him. So comes back on the inside line, forces Alex wide a little bit. Then he backs out of it. Bezzecchi comes on the inside. Marquez shuts the door. And then Marquez just drops on his own.
So is he angry with the fact that him overtaking lost him?
I think Bezzecchi... Oh, he threw gravel as well. Come on, Alex. Don't be a child. Honestly, Alex Marquez hasn't got an ounce of the... Oh, yeah, that's on the wrong way out. He cut the corner there.
Where's he going?
Alex took the F1 part of the track, not the normal part of the track, because the F1 Chapel corner is much tighter at the exit of Beckett's. MotoGP, because you can't switch the bike over that quickly, has an extra layover just a little bit tighter at the exit there, at the top of the screen. You can see it.
Can you imagine what Mark's thinking right now, watching this? Just like...
Don't be a baby.
Just like, I remember when he used to do that as a child with sand.
Yeah, probably is, to be fair. That's a very childish manoeuvre there. Alex Marquez as Bezzecchi has a big twitch on the bike. I thought he was going to have a high side there as well. It completely wiggled on him in both directions.
Oh, it won't be the first time.
Yeah, it won't be the first time in this session either alone, yeah. He's starting to turn down. Dovizioso's there.
Again?
I'll tell you what, to save us talking, by the way, during the break here as well, between the two sessions, we're going to throw it down to Susie Perry in the BT Sport area to have some interviews as well with Sylvain Gintoli and Michael Laverty, and Nat Quirks in there in the pit lane as well. So they'll give us a little bit of a break up here in the comms box before qualifying 2 gets under the way. Means that I also get to go and pop for a drink, because I need a drink.
Grab me one.
Milk or cranberry?
Cranberry, though I just thought I probably should get it.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of water in it.
Oh, look at the train coming into Brooklands, Megan.
Oh,
And,
we got overtaking.
Yeah, is that Prado going wide? No, that was Paul going wide. Bezecchi's now hitting the side of Stefan Bradl, and they're not looking happy. Look at that. Marco's so angry now. Marco's going like this to Stefan Bradl. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What is wrong with Marquez today? Also, I just realised, why was Marquez fighting so much with people? Does he realise that it's lap time based?
I know, this is a qualifying, not a race. I think some of the riders forget it sometimes as well, just how much pressure you've got to keep on with it.
He was fighting, and that caused him to go off. Like, why were you fighting for position then?
I know, really weird, isn't it?
It just suddenly came to me. I was like, wait, why did he do that?
Yeah. Bezecchi is really angry now. He's cut the corner again at Chapel. As actually further back Nakagami coming through. So 1 minute 30 to go. All 14 riders are out on the track now as well.
Plus
Only 2 can go through though.
1 angry.
Yeah, plus 1 very angry. Or 2 angry maybe as well. So let's see what Stefan Bradl feels about it as well, with making it possibly 3 angry. But 3's company out there on the field today, Megan. It's a bit like that today, isn't it?
It is. Is this a replay?
Currently under investigation. Oh, Bezecchi. He's right at the inside, and he got held up himself as well. And then Bezecchi was having a go at Bradl. But in the incident,
What did Bradl do?
Incident's currently under investigation. Not that we've been seeing it on our timing monitors, by the way, because nothing's flashed up on that monitor all day.
It's like something's like cut.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, that little black box next to the logo at the bottom there, that's supposed to tell us exactly what's happening in the session with like lap time deleted. Nothing's been happening.
That was close for Brad Binder then.
Yeah, Binder's been having a good one then. It's a 1:58.391 as Bezecchi looks up. That's Bastianini looking at the inside as well, trying to get past Stefan Bradl. All having a bit of a mess.
Come on over there.
This is just really getting into a mess now, Megan, because it's constant battling. Oh, and Bastianini clips the back of Bezecchi. They clipped each other as Marquez goes fourth. Bastianini goes top. Bastianini is on 1:58.609. Has a big wiggle into turn 1. He's done it. So flags out. And I think we've seen the times there, Megs, come through. I think that's it.
Yeah, though they're on their last lap, which I think some of them have given up. Binder won't be doing any better because he keeps looking behind him.
But here is Binder now, look, and he is looking behind him an awful lot, trying to see what time's done. He's only 7 hundredths of a second down. Now he's 17 thousandths down.
He's the first to cross.
Bezecchi is up as well, so this might not be over just yet in this first part of qualifying. Oliveira out, but they can complete the lap they're on, remember? Who was doing better times? Binder, Oliveira.
Binder's already passed.
Bezecchi. No one's passed it. Everyone's got another lap.
I've just seen someone pass it.
No one's taken the check. That's the old pit lane. Wrong pit lane.
That's weird.
We're not using the international pit lane with the wing. We're using the other pit lane on the national straight.
Pass
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, but that's not the right pit lane. It's a different pit lane.
Yeah, but I saw the line.
Yes, but we're not using that start line. There was 2 start lines in Silverstone. We're not using that one.
Add it in!
Well, we're not using that one because it's not big enough for all the 3 series of MotoGP, Moto2, Moto3.
Oh, this
So we're not using the F1 pit lane. We're using the national one, which is where the touring cars have it, and the others. Anyway, Brad Binder goes second on a 1:58.392. Franco Morbidelli 7th, so they're confirmed there as well. But there's still times to be found here as they come out onto the Wellington Straight, down towards Brooklands, and then Luffield, the last corner at Woodcote. I know, confusing, Megs. But it's the old layout, not the new layout.
It's Australia seasons all over again.
Yeah, pretty much. Here's Bezecchi, out of the last couple of corners then, out of left field, into Woodcut, cross the start-finich line then, out of Woodcut towards the line, and what is the time for Bezecchi? Does he go through? Yes, he does! 1:58.756, Bezecchi goes second, Brano goes seventh, Gardner goes fifth, cross the line, Oliveira goes third, he misses out by a tenth exactly to the rest of the field, D'Antonio's not improving, Pole's not improving. I think we've got our first times, Megs.
Do you know what?
Hang on, why is Brad Binder doing practice starts? There's no practice starts in the qualifying session. You're not allowed. Has he forgot that?
Yes.
Go on, Megs.
Do you know what I feel like I should have picked? I feel like I should have picked Bezecchi because, you know, when you asked
I
me
picked
that
Bezecchi.
thing...
Did I say Oliveira and... Who else did I say?
I don't know.
I think I said Bezecchi, so I think we've both got one.
Oh, I think you might...
Oliveira, I said.
Oliveira, I picked Bastianini.
Can't remember. I picked Oliveira, I think. And I can't remember the third, but yeah, only third. He's out though. You're right. And Air Bastianini 1:58.609. We got and Alicia Spargrove's back in the garage, Megan.
Did you pick Morbidelli?
No, I didn't pick Morbidelli.
No, I think you picked Bezecchi.
Yeah, so we both got one through.
Yeah, though I was looking at Bezecchi before when you asked that. I was
I
like,
did, yeah.
he's going to get through, isn't he? But I've just picked Oliveira.
Alicia Spargrove's back in the Aprilia garage. Looking okay to me, which is good news. As there's Nat Quirk. Hi, Nat Quirk. Walking down there, she's just waiting on as well to see what's going to happen next. I think that's okay.
Is he leaving the garage?
Right, down to you, Susie. Interesting session, this one as well. Let's head back down to BT Sport.
But I can assure you that he will come through the checks. He has been pass fit and he's going to go out in this session. My goodness me, what is he thinking right now, Sylvain?
Well, he'd be thinking now that he's in pain and he's got to sit on that bike and try and put everything on the line. This is going to be a really tough session for him. Frustrating, though, as well, because he knows he's got the pace. You know, he's been so strong this weekend so far, but he's clearly in pain there. I mean, you see the way he was walking.
Yeah, and having to be helped, you know, and he wouldn't have help unless he really, really needed it. So
that he's going to suffer on that session, yeah.
Yeah, he is. Bezecchi going through in that session. Bastianini we thought would make it, but Marco Bezecchi channeling maybe what happened in Assen because he was brilliant before the summer break. What did you make of that session?
Yeah, deserving. After getting held up around Luffield, I think getting that lap together at the end, I think the KTMs were a little bit unlucky, but Marco possibly deserved that qualification through. So it was maybe the right guys to go through from that session, but you got to feel a little bit bad for KTM, but both riders ending up on row 5.
Well, they're all chasing one man in the championship. That, of course, is Fabio Quartararo, the reigning world champion and leading the way into the second half of this session. And on Thursday, Natalie sat down and had a good old chin wag with Fabio Quartararo.
Fabio Quartararo has done it again.
Oh, flawless Fabio.
Well, Fabio, summer is officially over. It's back to work. 5-week summer break. Was that too long, too short? Have you had a good relaxing time?
Yes, I had a good relaxing time, good training time. I never really stopped training, but I had a little bit more than 1 week where I was eating basically what I want. I could party also with my friends, but I was training every day and really focus. I think almost all the holiday, just 9 days where I switch off a little bit everything and I could be into to Greece with my friends.
I saw you the other day having some fun out on the water with Lewis Hamilton. I mean, I don't know if that's classed as relaxing or training. I mean, it certainly looked like fun.
We spent a really good day with Lewis and friends on a boat. We were with the surf, so of course we had a lot of fun. But I feel really ready to be on the bike now. You know, holidays are great, but you know the feeling of MotoGP is different.
Well, look, you're certainly in the driving seat in the MotoGP Championship once again. Have you felt that expectation as the reigning world champion?
You know, I've been complaining quite a lot in the beginning of the year because we didn't really upgrade the bike, and I need to make a massive change and put myself even more on the limit. So I think the difficulty is more there than thinking to get back-to-back or a second title, because for me, I already achieved my dream that was winning the World Championship. Of course, right now is to win another one, but Actually, I'm riding super relaxed and I'm pushing myself to the best. And I think that last race when I crashed in Assen was just because I was, too much confidence on myself, and it can happen that you crash. So I think this crash was also good to say, okay, you are fast, but you cannot do everything you want.
Have you surprised even yourself then with perhaps the position you find yourself in?
Yes. To be honest, after Argentina and Austin, being honest with myself, I never expect to lead the championship. And just after this race, I win in Portugal, and then I make quite a nice Europe races. Only in Le Mans that I make 4th, and the crash on Assen, I've been always on the podium, and was a really great races, and I don't expect myself to be that fast. It gives me a boost of confidence, and also the tough races I had in the beginning of the year makes me stronger. So I hope that I will still learn even more during the second part of the season.
Lovely chat there. What a fantastic position, Michael, to be in going into the second half of the season for Fabio.
Yeah, he obviously lost those points in Assen, but still got a nice buffer. He's got a package under him that can deliver, I think, this championship. Needs a little bit of luck, obviously, at the likes of Austria, although the chicane in there might help him this season. At one with that motorcycle, with the team, matured a little bit this year in his mental approach, didn't worry too much on the lack of horsepower and top speed, and figured out the way to extract the maximum from that package that no other Yamaha rider can do. So he's just on the crest of a wave. He's in the prime years of his life, loving it, and yeah, just delivering every weekend. Delivering, and he seems so grounded, especially for his age. He's got that great team around him, and his mate Tom that looks after him, and you see him in all the shots celebrating, supporting him, just keeping him going, keeping it. Obviously really good friends, but very important to have somebody that kind of keeps you in check, isn't it?
Yeah, you feel like your mates, have your back, and that's a great feeling to have. And Fabio, he's got that now. He's got that maturity where he's able to look at his mistakes, reflect on them, and correct them. And this is just it's the mark of a champion, and at such a young age now, he's able to do that. He makes this mistake in Assen, says, yeah, I'll just go overconfident there, it's fine. Go overconfident, made a mistake, and I'm going to refocus now, regroup, and everything is okay. I feel confident and buzzing with confidence.
We're in the Pramac garage here. Jorge Martin got a chance at pole position. He loves that, doesn't he?
He loves a pole lap, doesn't he? He is one man who can really hang it out. The Ducati's got the horsepower, seems to have the grip and the turning around this racetrack. I think he's going to be in the front row for sure, but watching Fabio this morning, I just think he might have that little bit over the Ducati boys today for the outright pace for that pole position.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, for the Ducati race pace, but his teammate as well. We should mention Johan Zarco has been looking great, certainly on one hot lap around here.
Yeah, Johan looking really, really good. I mean, did you see how much Jorge Martin is
leaning over?
He's got his shoulder so close.
Unbelievable, the riding style of Jorge, really, really beautiful. Making it work on the time attack with the new tyre. And Johan Zarco, yes, he's been really fast. Small crash this morning, so that could down a little bit his confidence, but he's been fast all weekend so far. So definitely somebody to watch out for that qualifying.
So much to watch out for in this. Particularly, we wish Aleix Espargaro well, considering what happened to him just minutes ago. Really, a crash at 110 miles an hour, massive high side. He could barely walk, and he's back on his bike going out in Q2. Track temperature is 44 degrees. This is qualifying from the British Grand Prix. Aleix walking without any help. He's hobbling. We've seen it before with riders that want to go out there. They just want to go out and post their fastest lap to get a good qualifying spot. That is exactly what he is trying to do. Let's find out what he can do in the state that he is in. He's no bones broken. He is fit to ride. I'm going to hand over to Neil and to Gav.
Finally! And more like limping. Right, so welcome to Q2.
Why are you taking over?
Because you said I'm hosting today.
My turn now.
Hosting.
My turn. Qualifying 2 is underway then for...
Yes.
Stop it. I've had to put up with Susie for the past 5 minutes, so you stop it. Qualifying 2 is underway then for the British Grand Prix here at Silverstone. This is quali o'clock as well. That's not a great idea for MotoGP to promote it like that. Aleix Espargaro hobbling to his motorcycle to head out onto the circuit as well. Let's see what this one can be done. Q2 is now, and really Megan as well. We've got Aleix Espargaro, Johan Martin, Jack Miller, Jan Zarco, Maverick Vinales, Fabio Quartararo, Pepe Bagnaia, Johan Mir, Luca Marini, Alex Rins, and Neo Bastianini and Marco Bezzecchi, the 12 riders through into this session. But all eyes, Megan, are on whether Aleix Espargaro is okay. 115 mile an hour high side, a damaged heel that is bruised apparently, and now he's going out the circuit. The circuit CCTV footage for when your TV cameras didn't quite manage to catch the horrendous crash, but you need to generate the clicks. But not surprised from the organisation who posted the CCTV footage of Lewis Salom's fatal crash on their website. That's true. Honestly.
But if they actually decide, someone actually went through that and decided, you know, I'm going to post this.
Yeah, they did. And the Lewis Salom crash as well was horrible at Barcelona in 2016 as well. And they posted it on their social media accounts.
MotoGP has problems.
And do you know what happened after? They had a big rest in peace Lewis Salom. And then below, click here to watch the crash. On his title. MotoGP is, you know, just
has
insane.
problems.
What's yours? MotoGP is just, yeah, they've clearly got problems. Anyway, let's have a look then. I predict Aleix to qualify around P9 or P10. His current status as well said SHT. Your predictions of the riders qualifying pole. SHT's gone with Maverick Vinales. I would have said Aleix Espargaro. The Aprilia's been fast all weekend long, but now we can't rely on that. So, Megan, who's your pick for pole position here today? Aleix looks okay, by the way, as he's on his first lap time now to Copse Corner.
I'm going to stick with Bastianini in hopes.
You're going to hope for him on pole position?
Yeah.
All right, with Aleix looking a bit damaged, I'm going to go with Fabio Quartararo to take pole.
You were going to say Quartararo.
Fabio Quartararo might pick a winner for pole position, I think, as well. But I'm really hoping that we can't count out Aleix Espargaro. 23.7 in that first sector as well here as he enters Chapel and down the hanger straight towards Stowe Corner. It's looking okay to me, which is great news as well as they fly in. Jorge Martin in the second sector is up. 205 mile an hour for Aleix. So he may be riding a bit injured. It might take him a while to get back into it, but Aleix is back already after that crash only about, what, an hour ago? Yeah, right about an hour ago.
And do you know what I'm curious about? The fact that their timing screens are a bit slow.
Which ones?
Theirs.
On the TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, let's just say, Aleix ain't first right now.
Yeah,
and it's got
yeah.
back past that point where it should have changed.
Yeah,
they haven't.
It's Zarco who's quick at the moment in the first sector times. Anyway, we'll see what's happening later. Well, hopefully they'll change in a second to the correct times once everybody sets their lap times. I think Jorge Martin, will be the first one to set a lap time. Here we go then, out of the last corner.
Here we go.
Martin going for the board. What's the opening gambit in qualifying 2? It's a 1:58.377. Bezzecchi goes second. Bastianini third. Mia goes into fourth place as well on that Suzuki. And look at Fabio Quartararo in the first sector. He matched that of Jorge Martin to exactly 0 thousandths of a second. It's 0.000 on the board.
I have never seen that before.
I sound like was Pingu. 0 across the board. Bagnaia goes second. And Aleix Espargaro goes 6th. 1:59.910. So what's that gap? 1.5.
Vinales second.
That's a great time there for Vinales. And there we go, look. Here comes Fabio Quartararo into Abbey at turn 11. Used to be it's turn 1 for Formula 1. It's turn 11 for MotoGP. Megs.
Zarco second.
It's a 1-2 for the Prima Pramax. As things stand.
Maybe I should pick them.
Yeah. Quartararo's looking quite good, and he's towing Luca Marini round. And look at Luca. He's up in that middle sector. Red sectors.
300 behind.
Yeah, it's looking really quick now as well as they head down the back straight. Mia is quick, yeah. Mia's actually only 93,000 down. So the top 3, I think, are going to change again. The front row of the grid could look Quartararo with Marini and Mia 1, 2, 3 displacing the Pramac 1, 2 with Vinales third on the Aprilia. out of Luffield into Woodcote, the last corner. Fire it towards the line here as well. What's the time for Fabio Quartararo as he crosses the control line? It's a 1:58.259. Quartararo takes provisional pole position. Luca
Okay, you might
Marini
win
only,
this one.
Luca Marini only goes to 4th position. Here comes Mia, and he's towing. I can't see who's towing round. It's one of the VR46 bikes. It's
Bastianini?
Bezecchi.
Bezecchi?
Yeah, there we go. Mia crosses line, goes 6th. Bezecchi starts a lap time. So Mia goes 6th. But look at Vinales. He's a 10th up already and coming through. Here's Jack Attack. Jack Miller. Cross the line then. Here, Anna Woodcote.
Come on, you can do it.
Second,
Yes.
he's 1,000th off the time of Fabio Quartararo. So 1:58.260 for Miller. Quartararo's a 1:58.259. 1,000th of a second separate the top two of the front row as Bagnaia goes into 5th, but it's all eyes to Vinales and for Rins. They're closing it down.
I'm changing mine to Vinales.
Here's Vinales coming to the line, goes 3rd. He's a 10th down. He lost him with a little wiggle coming out of Woodcote. 1:58.363. Rins goes 6th. 1:58.436 on the board. And this is getting entertaining now.
It is, and I've changed my pick to Vinales.
And there's Aleix Spargo back into the
I have
pits.
faith.
He's qualifying 12th overall. I think he might do better on a second run. He's giving a shake of his head for an okay. So I reckon he might be a little bit quicker the next time out. That looked like a cautious run to me, Megan.
It did look like a very cautious run because you don't usually see him down in 12th. I'm actually also wondering why the hell Bastianini's so far down.
Yeah, he's down in 11th, isn't he? And that's not a great look for him. What's the gap?
Bezecchi too.
7/10, yeah. Bezecchi 10th, blimey, yeah. They've had a shocker in this session as well, and they've had more time out there on the circuit.
They have. And I'm changing mine to Vinales because I've got to have hope in one of the Aprilia.
So you'll pick a winner as Vinales?
Yes.
Okay, fair dues. You
I'm
can
very
pick
team
teams.
Aprilia this year.
I'll stick with Quartararo, thank you. He's working out for me.
Yes, but for how long?
Well, it's only 1,000th between Jack Miller, so as soon as Jack Miller can find 1,000th.
I heard
or
Ducati win
two.
this weekend.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, Ducati are quicker on this circuit. There's Quartararo coming to the pits with Luca Marini just alongside him, as well. Them two sort of stay together.
After this, is that the end of qualifying? I've never done a.
Yes.
I've never watched a MotoGP qualifying before.
No, you usually just turn up into the commentary box of the
yeah.
race and say,
no
"What's
notes and
happened?"
just say hi.
Yeah, yeah. After this, Megan, it's done.
I watch highlights.
You do, yeah, that's fair. After this, it's done. So this is the last session for MotoGP.
They've
quali.
done this quick.
40-minute session, yeah. 2 15-minute sessions with a 10-minute break in between.
Why can't F1 be like this?
We've all said that before. Why is Formula One so long?
It would be so much easier just to have 2 sessions like this.
I'll tell you one thing as well. Formula One does have a great qualifying system, but I can tell you what is both the best and the worst qualifying format: Formula E's.
Yes, I agree with that.
It's the best because it gives us such a great grandstand finish with
I
2 groups, then quarterfinal, semi-final, final.
I hate the groups bit, though I love the finals bits.
I agree. It's some great racing. It's some great one-lap shootouts between them. The one thing I hate about it, though, is the fact it takes an hour and 20 minutes to do it.
Yeah.
We can condense that down to around
Because
about
of their
an hour.
breaks.
Yeah, and they don't need to be breaks. We can condense it down to an hour.
They could condense it down to 45 minutes if they wanted to without
thinking,
any break.
I was thinking the same thing. If it was just constant turnover, we could have it quite quickly. But I don't know why they have such long gaps. It makes it too long of a session.
Though they do have quite good timings between the final races.
Yeah, if the gap between Group A and Group B is quite short, but then the gap between Group B and quarterfinal 1 is too long.
Yeah.
The quarterfinals are all nicely spaced. The gap between the quarterfinals and the semi-finals is too long, and the gap between the semi-finals and the finals is too long. So it's after we complete each segment, it's too long.
Though when it comes to each individual race between them, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
The spacing. So the sections are just like, why are they giving people toilet breaks? I don't know.
Yeah, it's too long, isn't it? There is, as well, Alex Rins getting ready to change over. And Marco Bezzecchi is being followed by the number 20 of Fabio Quartararo. So Bezzecchi's now being followed, yeah. Bezzecchi's now being followed.
That's like a game.
Trying to find a tow, aren't they? Ducati's bikes are quick round here, so Quartararo wants to find the time. Aleix, that's Maverick Vinales, isn't it? Yeah. Maverick Vinales then heading out onto the circuit to take some more.
Do you know what? If someone came through and a headset to me and said, "You are being followed by the number 20," I'd just be like, I'm moving.
Get out of the way of El Diablo as well as they come through.
Be like in Squid Games, like
Red
You'll
light,
be-
green light.
yeah, red light, green light, just like you are being followed, just like
Here's the Aprilia then, out there on the circuit. Alicia Spargo coming out of the last corner. Let's see what he's got then. He's got a bruised ankle. Can he do anything about it as he revs up the bike down towards turn 1 at Copse Corner? Flat out, breaks down third gear, turns it in nice, 52-degree lean angle. Back on the accelerator, fourth gear, fifth gear. Back down into sixth gear, back down now into fourth as you fly through the first part of Maggots. Switch back for Beckett's as well. The double left-right chicane. Maggots and Beckett's always makes me sick on the F1 game because it's too quick, but it's a fun segment. And then through Chapel! It nearly happened again! Through Chapel, Alicia's bike sort of stood up on him.
Maggots and Beckett's always reminds me of the Butchers.
Do you want to know something? Alicia hasn't changed his levers since that crash. He's got a problem. Alicia's up in the first sector by 43 thousandths of a second. Do not count out Alicia Spargo. He is like a wild bear or an injured animal. You poke him and he is going to attack like mad. And he's fastest in the second sector as well. Red sector 2 for Alex Rins by 0.2 of a second. I tell you what, we could throw Alicia Spargo out of a moving plane and it'll be fine. He can land with no parachute, squished, and he'll still set the fastest times.
He probably would.
He's got towed up now with Alex Rins, but this is going to help. Alicia's going to look fab. Can Alicia take an unlikely pole after a high side in qualifying? And his third sector is red. His third sector is red. How quick? By 0.2 of a second.
What was in that medical kit?
I think they've shot him through with adrenaline or something or other. He's like what's that the puppet as well, the animated TV series where he used to have a tin of sardines or something or other. Popeye. He's like Popeye the Sailor Man. They've just shot him through with something and now his muscles have bigged up as well and he's all going for it. Out of the last corner then, and Woodcut, Alicia Spargo, 150-mile-an-hour crash to pole position by 0.3 of a second. It's a 1:57.966 and that is the greatest comeback I've ever seen.
Can I change Aprilias?
1 hour ago, he was flat on the deck, having to be stretchered away. An hour later, he's back on the bike and he's just taken pole position. But here comes Luca Marini. Marini's up as well on that time as he comes back through the last corner. Is Marini going to take pole? No, he goes fourth. Quartararo's in the last sector looking quite quick as well.
Don't overtake him.
Jack Miller too. Johan Zarco's quicker. There's time coming. They found something in this Silverstone circuit. They're all running in a tow and we've got 4 riders who could completely change the front row of the grid. Here comes Fabio Quartararo now, out of Woodcote towards the line. And Quartararo takes pole, Miller takes pole, as well across the line. Zarco takes pole, as well across the line. By 0.2 of a second, is Bagnaia going to do the same? Bagnaia goes to fourth, so Alicia Spargo jumps 4 places and the top 4 change. Zarco with 30 seconds to go is on pole. Miller is second, Quartararo third, Bagnaia fourth, Alicia's fifth, Bezzecchi, Bastianini, Martin, Marini, Vinales, Rins and Mia.
Right, so Vinales is heading up to the line now, and what can he do? Oh, I don't think it will be. I think he will go second.
Let's have a look. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. Checker flag is out. Vinales is the first to meet it and goes second. You were right. 1:57.865 for Maverick Vinales. What a great time there. And I don't think anybody else is improving. Vinales has taken the flag. He's done for the session. Alex Rins is 11th. He's crossed the line. Can't see anyone else taking the line. I think
Spargo's about to.
I think, Alicia Spargo's coming across the line. He's had he's had a bit of poor lap, actually.
He's on a down lap.
1:53, yeah, he's on a down lap. So that's it. No one else is improving. They've all done it. Johan Zarco from Prima Pramac Racing has taken pole position for the British Grand Prix with an all-time lap record.
I almost picked him.
It's a 1:57.767. Johan Zarco, no stopping the old guys. He's on pole at Silverstone. Vinales is second, Miller is third, Quartararo fourth, Bagnaia fifth, Alicia Spargo remarkably sixth. 7th for Bezzecchi, 8th Bastianini, 9th for Martin, 10th Marini, Rins and Mia, 4th row, and a new lap record of 1:57.767, beating that of Marc Marquez's 1:58 from 2019.
Marc Marquez right now is just like, first my brother throws gravel and now I'm beaten in a lap record.
Not really a good day, is he, Mark?
No.
Look at that. The top... I can't tell. The top 6 separated by 0.2 of a second. The entire field of the top 12 separated by 0.7 of a second.
Jeez.
Unbelievable.
I just came up with a nickname for Alex Marquez.
Yeah?
Alex Gravel Throwing Marquez.
I'll take that. Blimey. What an absolutely fantastic qualifying that was. And that is why MotoGP qualifying is some of the best action we see in motorsport. Quartararo's angry he's not taking pole. First pole back since the summer break, and it doesn't go to him. It goes to Zarco.
He's like, do you know what Quartararo reminds me of sometimes?
What?
Whenever he doesn't get something.
Yeah?
Of Max.
Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, he's got that stubbornness, isn't he?
Yeah, just like, that should have gone to me, but it didn't.
I know, he gets so angry when it doesn't go to him. You're actually right, actually. Fabio's going to be really angry at that. Has he got a smile on his face? I hope he has. Does he have a smile? No, he doesn't. He's got a look of a frown on him as well, actually.
Is every MotoGP driver dyeing their hair blonde?
Quite a lot of them are blonde this weekend. Not going to lie. Not going to lie. It's quite scary. Jack Miller starts third. Jack Miller starts at the front row here at Silverstone.
We'll just be glad that Mir isn't next to him.
Let's go to SHT quickly as well. He says, I think Vinales and Quartararo will be very close. Same with Jack Miller. Vinales, Miller and Quartararo. They were close by about 72 thousandths between each other. So you are bang on there, my friend. By the way, talking about Formula E, Dragon Racing finally scored points after Cedric Cameron finishing 9th in the last race in London. Could have been more if Giovinazzi didn't get the penalty. After what it looks like to be his best Formula E season as well. So that was the race you were commentating on.
It was.
Yeah. I missed that one.
I remember it well.
Aleix turning up. Aleix for P6 after his accident just now. What an effort. Well, we didn't thought Zarco to get pole. No, we didn't. Didn't even think Zarco would have pole position on that basis as well. That completely changed around.
Do you know what I love?
Go on, Max.
The fact that fans still come to the MotoGP not wearing any of the current drivers' riders' numbers, but wearing Rossi's.
Yeah, Rossi's factor is still very big here. Of course, the VR4016 keeps that legacy going as well, so they can still do it.
I even found Rossi's number in Doctor Who, Series 1.
Oh, on Mickey's computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, he was an
MotoGP
fan. He was a Rossi fan.
Well, at that point, Rossi was dominating everything. Look at that. Aprilia form a guard of honour around Aleix Espargaro and gives him a big thumbs up and a big round of applause as well as he's limping back in. He's going to have a very bad night tonight, isn't he? He's probably going to go straight to bed to try and just relax and get that muscle.
I hope he can go straight to bed. I have a worry that one of his kids are just going to come up to be like, jump on his leg or something.
This is what happened in free practice 4, Megan. This is from the other angle. And look, he's just going to get ready. 3, 2, 1. Up he goes. Launched in the air. That bike just shot him out there completely.
Oh!
And there's the off-ball camera.
I want to see the replay of when it happened.
I think we have got it somewhere. We'll show you it as far as it comes in. Look at that.
He landed straight in the middle of the track.
115 miles an hour crash. And he's still gone on.
Wait, did he crawl his way to the side?
No, they lifted him up.
But I could have sworn.
I know, I thought that too. But what a race we've got coming up tomorrow then for the British Grand Prix here at Silverstone. This is going to be a classic. You do not want to miss it. Hot temperatures, hot sun, and Zarco on pole with Vinales second and Miller third. It's a topsy-turvy grid for MotoGP this season. Megan.
I'm just so shocked that Aleix actually managed to get up to 6th. I would have thought the best he would have done is 12th. Right, so after that very interesting qualifying with a shocking end.
No, we're not going to be here for the top 3. Okay,
no.
Go on.
Right, so thank you all for watching this very interesting qualifying. We hope you enjoyed it. Join us tomorrow for the race for MotoGP And thank you for watching. Goodbye.